44. Welcome back to News 4 this morning on your Thursday. Here's a live look at the Clark Bridge up in Alton. First thing you'll notice, it is not raining. A lot of that rain has moved beyond this area, but look at those river levels. They're dealing with even more flooding up there in Alton. Got word that the Argosy Casino is closed once again. So all this rain just has been relentless, and it really doesn't seem like it's going to be ending as we look at the even future forecast, but we got to get through this morning first.
Yeah, because there's more rounds. Yeah, you look ahead in the 7-day forecast and you see chance of storms, chance of storms. Doesn't mean it's going to rain all day. It won't be quite as heavy or as intense as what we just went through.
It's 6 out of 7 days, but yeah, it's not going to rain the whole time.
But it is a wet pattern.
It is a very stormy pattern.
And it's a stormy pattern. You're exactly right about that. And thanks to meteorologist Kristen Cornett and overnight meteorologist Megan Danahay helping me track these storms. The reason I'm here is because overnight, these storms, as they go up, they were rotating very easily. Now they're much, much weaker. It took forever for these things to weaken, but the environment was ripe for these things to rotate. We don't have any tornado warnings. We don't have any severe thunderstorm warnings. Things have really calmed down in St. Louis right now. We do have some thunderstorms, though, so we're not done with rain. There's some pockets of heavy rain that just came through parts of Mascoutah. Notice a couple, look at these kind of flaring up here. Here's one just north of Edwardsville, too. So that type of kind of lingering shower or storm is still possible. Right now, obviously focused off to the east where they're drifting through Clinton County. Another one just hit Centralia. Look at all that lightning right there. So there's still going to be some downpours and some thunderstorms as we head through the morning, but they're going to be much more hit and miss, not as widespread or as heavy as what we had. Here's another one coming through southern Crawford County. Eventually it'll come up into Washington County. Maybe Potosi will get a little dumping from that. Speaking of dumpings, they had some real heavy rain in Jersey County. That's where we have a flash flood warning, goes till 7:30. And then a flash flood warning for southern Montgomery, northern Fayette County. That's north of Vandalia. That goes till 9:30. But I haven't heard of any flooding. Of course, keep in mind, could be people that haven't gone out and seen it yet. So as you get out in those areas, Jerseyville and north of Vandalia, let's be careful. There could be some flooding going on. It may take a while to drain. Here is a tornado watch. It's been extended until 7 a.m. But the truth is really these areas to the southeast and then down to the south that haven't been hit yet that would have the better chance to see something flare up. I'm not seeing that. Quite the opposite. Generally, I'm seeing things trend down and start to weaken. Yeah, these are thunderstorms and they're downpours, but they're not as strong as they have been. Even this one, we'll watch. It comes into an area here in Washington County up to around Bonne Park Hills, Farmington, that really hasn't been hit. So we'll see if that intensifies and flares up. And if anything, you can see it in the loop here. It's really been weakening. But that front is coming into the area. And as this front comes in and settles in, we'll get some dry time today, but it'll also spark some new storms that will develop. Not as widespread, not like what we just went through, but some isolated storms that Kristen Cornett's been forecasting.
Yeah, so let's take a look at how we kind of expect the day to plan out. First of all, let me show you the temperatures across the area. We've got 74 in Sparta, 71 in St. Louis. We've dropped to 69 back in St. Charles. Here's a live look right now from our BJC Skycam at Missouri Baptist Medical Center, town and country area, 70 degrees. Traffic's moving fine in this location. Cloudy skies, rain not falling at the moment. 71 degrees, winds west about 6 miles per hour. So this morning, this particular round of rain and storms already kind of starting to taper off, if you will, was much, much more active a couple of hours ago. So we're kind of seeing that begin to fade out. We'll get plenty of dry time later this morning, I think into the early afternoon. But that frontal boundary kind of stalling out in the area. And the result is that as we get into the afternoon hours, particularly mid to late afternoon, I think we get a few very spotty or very isolated showers and thunderstorms start to pop up. And in other words, most of you stay dry, but where these thunderstorms pop up, they run the risk that a few of them could become severe. Again, the Storm Prediction Center has put our area in that very low level 1 marginal risk of severe storms today. So if those thunderstorms can get going this afternoon, they run the risk they could produce some high winds, possibly some hail. You know, we'll be watching. I would encourage you to keep it tuned to News 4 and also make sure you've got that KMOV weather app handy. We'll keep your forecast updated there. All right, we mentioned that MOBAP camera, how traffic was moving well there, but I don't think that's the case everywhere, right?